Welcome back. The celebrities are back in the political eye. The Presidential Inaugural Committee announced yesterday that singers Lady Gaga, Jennifer Lopez, they'll headline President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris's swearing-in ceremony. The theme of the inauguration, celebrating America. For that there. Joining us to discuss is Joyvilla, singer, songwriter, cultural influence, entertainment expert, author of this beautiful book here. Good to see you, Joy. Thanks so much for coming in. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, always good to hear from you. When you hear names like that, Lady Gaga, J-Lo, welcome back in. Celebrities are back in it to win it. What goes through your mind on this?
Well, first of all, they've been campaigning for this, I think, for the last 2 years. Lady Gaga is no stranger to being very politically active, and I think that her management has gone behind the scenes, a lot of sources tell me, to make sure that when Biden gets elected, that she would be front and center. I mean, this is something that she's been working on. She knew she had no in with the Trump campaign, but this is sort of the celebrity star-studded event they've been wanting. I'm surprised they didn't ask Cardi B, though. I'm sure she's livid that she didn't get a chance to get up there and spout her political wisdoms, as we saw with that softball interview they did, I think, for Vanity Fair. But, J-Lo, as well as somebody that has really betrayed the Latino community, because most Latinos are conservatives. They grow up loving America, loving family, loving that, we want less taxes. We want to be able to support our families, and for her to betray Latinos and be so pro-Biden is something that she is taking, as well as Lady Gaga. They are taking the side of Hollywood over the American people, in my viewpoint.
Yeah, great points there. It seems like we heard from Hollywood performers who had obviously voiced their support for Joe Biden during the campaign season. And now, of course, that activism has paid off in the fact that they have secured a spot for the inauguration. And yet, as we know, Joy, there are a lot of Americans who are unable to attend the inauguration in person this year. So that's kind of the contrast. Of course, you've got the celebrities who've got the front row seats and the performance opportunities, and these, everyday Americans who do want to see this historic event take place. They're not allowed to. Of course, there are plenty of concerns from security standpoint this year. But what do you make of this sort of priority?
Well, they're going to make a big deal about it. They're going to wear glittery masks. They're going to make it a part of their glamorous outfit. They're going to say, we were COVID tested. This is all safe. It's do as I say, not as I do, right? Just like Nancy Pelosi, just like all of them, they are elitist. And if this was Trump being reinaugurated, he wouldn't have had some celebrity up there singing, probably. Maybe Lee Greenwood, maybe me, but it would have been probably a normal, maybe a veteran, an American who would be up there, possibly a celebrity appearance, but it wouldn't have been about that. See, Biden's whole campaign has been about, just like we saw with Hillary, celebrities telling you what to do. So here we have, again, a prime example of two celebrities, the Hollywood elitists who've come to the top. They performed for the NFL, right, for halftime. They have sold millions of copies as long as they tell you that. They've gone platinum, even though, being someone in the music industry who's actually sold quite a bit of copies of my album and hit #1 on Billboard, but did it legally and correctly without the padding of the music industry, right? We know that these ladies, yes, they make great music and they are, exemplary in their field, but the fact is they have millions and millions of dollars of PR and, I have to say, propaganda behind them to inflate them. They are not actually people that everyone wants to see, but the industry keeps telling you that until you believe it. They are propped up as we are the faces of the new America, but they're not faces that I see reflected when I travel across the country. They're not the everyday farmers, the teachers, the social workers, the people who don't get any love. And I feel like Biden will spout a good game saying he loves all Americans, but he's just going to cater to Hollywood elitists just like Obama did.
Tom Hanks is a part of it as well. In fact, he's a big part of it. I'm sure you heard that.
Why am I not surprised? It's A-lister after A-lister. I wouldn't be surprised if Biden, if he lasts that long in his presidency, hopefully not. But I wouldn't be surprised if he, gave them the Freedom Medal for simply showing up and wearing sparkly outfits and having plastic surgery. Tom Hanks, another one, a great actor, but let's not inflate artistic skill with American integrity. just because we see America's dad on screen, it doesn't mean he's actually America's dad. I mean, there's a lot of rumors flying around about things that, he's been engaged with. I don't like to give credit to rumors, but I don't think he is a person that America should look up to just because, he's done some movies that we've all liked. It's just ridiculous. The inflation of the ego of Hollywood and elitists as compared to real Americans and people who have spoken up and against this, this new incoming administration and the atrocities and the racist things he said, they all are willing to look it over for, I'm assuming, a fat paycheck to appear at the inauguration or whatever surprises that they get for being a part of the club.
Well, Joy, we don't have much time left. And President Trump, as you know, has 5 days left in office. You've been a very vocal supporter of the president throughout his term. How are you sort of remembering his legacy?
Well, he does have a legacy. You're absolutely right with that. And I am not ashamed, even though I'm sure I'm on several blacklists and will continue to be on some Hollywood blacklists coming up. I'm not ashamed of my support for President Trump because President Trump was not ashamed of his support for the American people. So I do see him going to Mar-a-Lago. He's flying to Mar-a-Lago the day of the inauguration. He will be on Air Force One. He'll still be president that morning. And I think he's going to lean back. He's going to continue to see what he can do. Hopefully he starts a media company, but whatever he does, he's going to do it for the American people. I see it. I don't think Make America Great Again is over. This MAGA community is 75 million people strong, and I will continue to remember that legacy, what he's done for Black Americans with the Platinum Plan.
I got to jump
what
in.
He's done for religious
the show's
freedom.
Gonna legit
out of time. All right,
Joyvilla.
Joy. Thank you.
Thank you. That's going to do it for National Report.